Hello everyone. In this presentation, you are going to discuss about economics of power generation. Economics of power generation. So this economics of power generation will play a major role in utilizing the power and also in generating the power. So in this presentation, you are going to discuss about what are the different factors, what are the different factors which affect the cost of generation. What are the different factors which affect the cost of generation, and how the load will be calculated per day, per annum, and per month by using different curves. By using different curves, which can also be called as a load duration curve, which can also be called as a load duration curve. That is, in this presentation you are going to discuss about what are the different factors which will affect the cost of generation. For example, we are going to discuss about what is load factor, what is utilization factor, what is capacity factor, what is diversity factor, and also the other factors which are related to a cost of generation, which are related to a cost of generation. Not only that, we are going to discuss about a different curves which will represent the load with respect to the value of a time, with respect to the value of time. That is, we are going to have an idea about a load duration curve. We are going to have an idea of a load duration curve. Coming to the first slide, it gives you the presentation of a load curves. It gives you the presentation of a load curves. The loads which we are using in our daily life are fluctuated with respect to the value of a time. It is not at all constant. It may be changed at any point of a time. It may be changed at any point of a time. So the load curve is a graphical representation which will give you the idea between a load and also a time. Load and also a time. That is, you are going to have a graphical representation of a load curve with kilowatt with respect to the value of a time. Kilowatt with respect to the value of time, which gives you the idea of a variation of load with respect to the value of a time, with respect to the value of a time. If the time is taken in terms of hour, then that load curve is considered as daily load curve. If the same time is considered in days, it is called as monthly load curve. If it is taken in terms of month, it is called as annual load curve. It is called as annual load curve. And depending upon the seasons, that is summer season, winter season, rainy seasons, the load curves will vary in a different manner. In summer season, as there is a scarcity of a power supply and there is a huge power demand, the load curve will vary in a different manner. And coming to the winter season, supply demand will be less, supply will be more, and in case of a rainy season it will be different. So for different seasons there will be a different load curves, and these are the general representations what I am showing in this slide regarding street light load curve, urban transaction load curve, and this is the load curve which will give you an idea about the graph in winter and summer season, how it is varying. Here the load will be taken in terms of a kilowatts with respect to the value of time in hours. That is, from 12 pm to 12 am, how the graph is varying. And these are also the graphs which will give an idea about peak load and average load of a particular plant or consumers. And in this slide you are going to have a load curve and also a load duration curve, which are plotted between a load in terms of kilowatts with respect to the value of a time, the load duration curve indicates for how many hours a certain load is required in a day. These are the graphs which are used to represent a load duration curve. Now coming to the terms and definitions which will affect the economics of power generation. economics of power generation, or else it can also be called as the factors which will affect the cost of generation. Factors which will affect the cost of generation. In that we are going to discuss about first one, that is nothing but a connected load. Here there is a diagram where there is a supply knob and also the different loads which are connected to it, a fan, and there the watts of that particular tube light, heater, everything is mentioned here. Connected load is the one which will take the ratings of all the loads, which will take the sum of ratings of all the loads in terms of kilowatts. The total load connected in case of the consumer premises in the given example is nothing but 1745 volt. That is, I have taken the addition of all the loads where what I have connected to that particular thing. And this is the one which will give you an idea about your maximum demand or peak load. And here in this slide we are going to discuss about what is demand factor. It is defined as the ratio of maximum demand to the connected load. So in consumers point of view, some consumers will consume a maximum demand of load and some consumers will have a less demand of power supply. So if I want to calculate the demand factor, first I need to take the ratio of a maximum demand to the connected load. Coming to the next factor, that is nothing but load factor. Next one, that is nothing but a load factor. It is defined as the ratio of average load to the maximum load. Average loads to the maximum load. Average load is the one which is calculated for 24 hours. It is the load which is calculated, that is nothing but energy consumed per day, or energy consumed per year, or energy consumed per month. If I want to calculate the load factor for a particular system, it should be taken as a ratio of average loads to the maximum load of a given system. And this load factor will play a major role and it will have a major impact on a cost of generation. The higher the load factor, the lesser will be the cost of generation. That is, always the load factor should be greater than 1. Coming to the diversity factor, it is defined as sum of individual maximum demands to the simultaneous maximum demand at a given time, and it should be always greater than unity. Coming to the next one, plant capacity factor. It is denoted as average load by plant capacity. The main difference between the load factor and plant capacity factor is nothing but it is an indication of a reserve capacity. And the next one is nothing but plant use factor, or else it can also be called as a plant utilization factor, which can be given as average demand by maximum demand. And you can relate this plant utilization factor and plant capacity factor and plant load factor internally by using their equations, where the value of plant load factor will be equal to PCF equal to PLF by PUF. PUF equal to PCF into PLF. This is the relations what you can make internally by using the expressions of plant utilization factor, plant capacity factor, and plant load factor. And this is the curve which are going to give you an idea about a plant capacity factor, plant load factor, and also a plant utilization factor. One factor is calculated for your average load, other is calculated for your peak load, and other is calculated for the total capacity of a plant. Now, what is the impedance of a load factor? The load factor, if the load factor increases, the average load will increase. Due to which the total number of units generated at higher load factor will also increase. So it will have a major impact. Coming to the diversity factor, this is an example what I have given here with respect to the power plant and feeders, and also a group of consumers which are divided into X, Y and Z depending upon the demand. And this is base load and peak load power plants. And these are the things which represent the cost of a power plant. What are the different costs related to if I want to install a particular power plant in a particular area? What are the things I need to indicate? What are the different types of costs I need to bear? First one is nothing but a fixed cost, which includes land, building and cost of equipment. Coming to the next one,